Hello, I'm Wendy and this is Summer Bay Studio. I had this great idea this morning. It's a beautiful day out. I thought I'm going to film on my front step. Just sit on the deck and we'll have a little chat. Well, it seemed like every noise-making machine started up at the same time. The train went by, big trucks, an airplane. Somebody decided to wash the car. Well, I guess it's not my day. I'll have to, my husband said, do it Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Anyway, today I'm going to be working in my newest journal, which is one I picked up not that long ago. I've only done one thing in it, and that's this acrylic painting. And I wanted to do that to just try out the paper and see what that's like. But today I'm going to do something new on a brand new page. Gotta love that. I have no fear of the blank page. To me, it's an invitation, almost like a swimming pool on a hot day. You want to just jump in. So let's jump in. The first thing I want to do with this book is test the paper for watercolor. Now, as I mentioned before, I used acrylics on this, and I would say it worked great, except that they're a bit sticky and I need to varnish this to prevent that. But I want to try using watercolor and then just to see what happens. And then I've got some other ideas that I want to play with. So my first job here then is to make room. All right, what I want to do is just put down a wash. And I've already got color over here, so I'm just going to try that and just see how the paper performs. So far, so good. It does kind of roll up maybe a little bit. But basically, I don't think it's too bad. It's obviously not made for watercolor because it is performing a little bit differently. And of course, as soon as you put water on anything, it's going to buckle like any paper, except for really heavy stuff. If you've got 300-pound paper, I'm just turning on my fan here to dry that quickly. If you've got 300-pound paper, it's not going to buckle so much because the water doesn't really get through it. This paper, on the other hand, well, it's not soaking through. That's a good sign. But I'm just going to let this dry and then we'll move on to the next step. So this gives me a basis or a kind of a background for what I want to do. And once it's dry, I can put other things on it. So I'm just going to get this out of the way and move this over a little bit because I want to pull out some things that, let's just move that, turn that little fan. I want to use some ephemera pieces and then use some paints and some gel crayons and things like that. Now I want like big. So sorry you can't see this. Let me move it. I've got some pieces in here that I cut out of gardening books or you know, flower arranging books and stuff like that. I went to local. Look at that. I went to local used bookstores and just found books with illustrations in it. So if you're looking for ephemera, that's a good place to go. I didn't realize I had so many of these big flowers. I think it was from a roses book. There's a wild one or an old one. I'm just going to pull a whole bunch of these out of here. And then, please excuse me, I'm getting over a cold still. It's been lingering, I would say malingering, for a couple of weeks. Okay, I think that gives us enough to work with. I was just going to say, I might put some smaller ones on there, but I don't think I will. Alright, so these are our candidates. And now I just have to choose something. How are we doing here? Oh, it's getting there. It's getting drier. Let's see. I like that one, but I'm not crazy about that big leaf. That one is very red. Let's see. That one has a bit of white in it, but it's so pretty. I might cut that leaf off. And then there's this one, which has to go on an edge. And I think, you know what? I like this idea, and I'm going to cut this off because I don't really want this dark color in there. I think I'll just make this pastel and use, well, more or less pastel. I want to use the same color family, and then I'm able to add things, other colors in the background or as marks or whatever I decide. So I'll take these out of here. So I think I'll just use a page like this. That's not really big enough, is it? This is just a bunch of papers I stuck together. This will work. Alright, where's my biggest brush? I think this brush is the one I want. And so what I want to do is dampen it first. Just get the air out of it and get the excess moisture out of it. Always keep a rag nearby. Now this matte gel dries clear, which is lovely. So all you got to do is just like smear it on here, or brush it on with lots of volume and enthusiasm. I think that'll work. Now, all I need to do is line that straight edge up with that straight edge. And we'll put this one down. Hope it sticks. This thing about this is that you can actually go over it like that. I have never used this matte gel on a damp piece of paper before. This is a new experience. So we're actually learning it together, experiencing it together, which is always fun. I mean, just imagine that we're at an art retreat together, oh joy, and we're all trying a new technique. So let's do that. This one is going to go right up against this edge. Now you might be asking, what on earth am I doing? Well, that's a valid question, since I'm kind of making this up as I go along. But we're going to find out together. Please forgive my croakiness. Believe it or not, I'm much better than I was. It's just this cold has really lingered, which is unusual for me. I hardly ever get anything. But, you know, sometimes just stuff happens. We went on a trip, sleeping in strange places. I'm not the best sleeper, evidently. Now, what I want to do here, this is palette paper for acrylic paint. So I'm going to get out some acrylic paints in colors that I think will look nice. Alright, this is way more than I need, but I wanted to be able to look at them. This one is gold. I think I'm going to put some gold in here somewhere. I'm kind of on a gold kick, actually. Raw sienna, I sort of doubt it. Not my favorite color anyway. And the greens I'm undecided about, but I thought I would get them out anyway. And then I've got pinks. I may use that, I may not. This is Naples yellow, yes. My favorite yellow. Not a huge yellow fan, but you know. All right, let's see. We need to sort this out. This is fluorescent red. It's a maybe. This color, absolutely yes. Right, and I think I'll use some of this fluorescent as well. Just because, well, why not? And this pink. Goodness. I always keep the tissue on hand here for these kind of messy cleanups. One thing I've noticed between painting with acrylics and painting with watercolor is that acrylics get on you, whereas watercolor doesn't. So I don't know. I mean, it comes off easily. That's not a big deal. But in that way, they're just messier. Okay, let's throw some gold on here as well. Like I said, I'm kind of on a gold kick right now. Now I want a brush. Let's see. And again, just get it wet and get the air out of it. Get the excess water out of it. Now what I'm going to do is overpaint these flowers. I don't know if you're getting glare, but I am. It doesn't look like you're getting glare, but I'm getting glare here. So I'm just going to turn these lamps so that I can see what I'm doing. My idea is just to overpaint the flowers so that they look like I painted them. Sort of. I'm not really looking to do that. I just want to see the effect. And I have a feeling it's going to be pretty nice. I haven't painted for a while. I've been doing glue books. So if you're interested in glue books, oh my goodness, they're so fun. I've got some new videos, and one that I did a few months ago that's been hugely popular called Starting a New Glue Book. Might want to have a look at one of those. And I think you'll find that they're something new and different. Now, I really like that. That is amazing. Okay, I do want some red. What have I got for red? I have a magenta here. Oh yeah, that's a good color. This one is a little bit stiffer. It's not quite as wet. I don't know why I want that one in there, but I kind of do. And I'm going to do something wild and crazy. Put a little bit of gold in the middle here. Oh, I like it. It looks really, oh yeah, that's really pretty. Okay. I mean, one of my goals here in making art is just make stuff pretty. So I never really understood the appeal of really ugly art, but then it's totally in the eye of the beholder, right? And sometimes you see something and you think, why, who would want that? But it's surprising. It's surprising what people like. I feel like I need maybe even a little bit of yellow here. Oh, where's my Naples? Okay, yeah, this'll work. Let's mess around with this one. Well, that's too yellow. That's more yellow than I want. Let's go over here and get some pinker ones. Yeah, that's more like it. You can see how quick and easy this is. You don't have to draw anything if you're not a keen drawer. Sometimes I like to draw, but sometimes I want to get straight to the painting because I really love painting. I love to muck around with paint. I think I need to take that yellow out. It just doesn't work for me. Okay, now we have this one, which is beautiful. Well, like I said, it's a gorgeous day out, and we've had a lot of forest fires in this province where I live, and today is actually a little bit smoky again. It was quite clear for a while, but not so much anymore. I'm gonna put my fan on here. My lights make me so hot that I hope you can't hear that. My lights make me so hot that I'm gasping sometimes. And that's no good. You don't want to hear me gasp. There, we have abstract roses for hardly any effort and no money. All right, let's go to the background. Yeah. Now, do I want to go dark or light? For me, I always pretty much want to go light. So I want some green. Brilliant green. That green, and there's lime green. I'm not afraid of bright colors, as you probably have guessed, but I also love pastels. Now I'm just going to wipe my brush off. I'm not cleaning it out, so I've got a little piece of paper towel here. I'm just wiping it on, and I want a little bit more water in this so that it's a bit runnier. And let's put some of this yellow in here. A little gold. And lime green. Oh, this is so pretty. Wow, the color. The color is amazing. I'm totally winging it with this, you know. I didn't start with a plan. I'm kind of running late this week because I was so sick last week I could hardly do anything. Plus I had a deadline to meet. Just created a course which is going to be available any minute now on my website. In fact, by the time you watch this video, it will be available. And it's about how to start a blue book. So if you're interested in that, you might want to run over there and have a look at it. And that's at summerbasestudio.com. This is a nice combination here. Just want a bit more water. Yeah, look at that pretty color. Wowee. I bet you don't hear anybody say wowee very often. It's amazing, you know, the older you get, the more your mother comes out your mouth. Did you know that? Or your dad. My husband's family is English. Were English. They were immigrants to Canada. So he's got these British sayings that he picked up at home. And of course he said them all his life. And our kids picked them up and didn't realize that they were English. until they've gone in school and realized that nobody else said those things. Like he always said he was going to brush his choppers. And they thought everybody said that, but turns out not. Just their dad. It's fun how families reflect one another. It's actually really kind of sweet. I love this Naples yellow in with the green. It just really makes a beautiful soft color. Now, okay, I'm liking this, but I want to do some other things too. Now this is still wet. It dries in minutes basically, but I want to use some of these, what do they call them? Artist mixed media gel sticks. Okay, I got these from King Art. I ordered them from Zulily. If you're interested in Zulily, put a comment below and I'll send you a link, and then I'll get something extra and you get something extra. So then we both win. But I've tried these out on some different things, and I think it broke already. Yeah, I think I broke something on that. Anyway, I want to use some of these to add some dimension and who knows what. So there's a few colors, and let's see. We've got some greens and blues here. We've got gold and silver and white. White. Oh, let me try that. I want to try that. Well, I think that's kind of cool. The UPS delivery just went by and I was looking at it. It's like, is it for me? Evidently, it's not. I don't think it is anyway. I have a neighbor a few doors down who gets something practically every day. And sometimes if he has something for both of us, he'll stop in the middle, in between, and run back and forth. No, I guess today isn't my day. Oh well. You know what I want to do? I want to add leaves and things and little branches and twigs. That's quite a dark brown, isn't it? Alright, we'll try this one. Like it too. Alright, there's that. Oh, now he's leaving. I guess it's not my day. See how simple this is? Oh my goodness. And is it going to be beautiful? Of course. Of course. Now that this has a layer of acrylic paint on it, it's like it has gesso on it. I'm going to try something with my finger. Look at that. Just blend it. Add a little more. Because these things are great. The other thing too is that they're water soluble. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's see. A brush that's falling apart. But these ones are really water soluble. So the paint actually can be picked up. So I'm going to put some back down in here. This is the paint, not the crayon. Okay, that's enough for the leaves, I think. Now I want to put a little more A little more something in here. No, that's not going to work. I wish it was a warmer pink. This is such a cold pink. It's hard to get a warm pink, to be honest. That's a warm pink. That is too. Well, that's a hot one. Okay, I'm going to see what the gold looks like. Because I haven't used it. You can tell it's brand new. Well, that's kind of cool. Not sure I like it. Not really sure, actually. All right, what else should I do? I feel like we need a little bit of black, but I don't know if I want to use this for it. So I want a Sharpie. Something to practice on. I also have this color. Doesn't have a name, but it's kind of similar to that color. So I thought I might put a little bit more of that in here, and just to warm up the pink that I put in there. No, that's not what I want there. All right. I do want to put some black in. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that. But before I do, I want to put in some gold touches. So I'm going to use just a skinny little brush, probably this one. Again, I'm going to wet it, take out excess water, pick up some of this gold paint. Let's put centers in the flowers. Now, as you probably know, roses have little black things. There's stamens and whatnot in the center are black. A lot of flowers have that. Apparently it's so the bees can see them. This gold paint works way better than the gold crayon and is a nicer color. So obviously that's just good to know, because there are different uses for different supplies and materials and media and whatever. Thought I would just gold this up a little bit, glitz it up. I like that. It's not as, it sort of takes away some of that darkness. You know, of course, that you can keep painting, putting layers on, just, you know, until you're kind of satisfied. Okay, I've missed one here. I don't know why I'm putting that there. It just felt like the right thing to do, to sort of pull things together. Yes, it does look better. I like it. I think it was meant to be. And some more. Maybe a little bit over here in the corner. Yeah, I like it. All right, and one more thing. I found this little piece in a book. It's actually a tile. And I want to put it right here. I want to put it or something else right there. I have a few of them. That one does go better. Absolutely. So I'm just going to use this matte gel to stick it down. There's quite a bit of water in my brush right now. Just coating this with the matte gel medium. In fact, I'm going to coat the whole page because I don't want it going anywhere. And I don't want a glossy finish. It doesn't disturb anything that's underneath. Now, I had thought of putting some black in here, but I don't know, it's just not, it's not jumping out at me what it wants or what seems right. So what I do with a painting is I paint it and then I set it up on my piano, or if you don't have a piano, you don't have to go buy a piano in order to do this. Just set it up somewhere that you can look at it, lean it up against a bookshelf or whatever. And then, number one, stand back and look at it, because then you can see the composition much more clearly. And you can see what it needs. And look at it for a couple of days. That's what I always do. I leave it up for a couple of days and look at it and sort of examine and peruse and whatever. Now this looks white right now, but I am assured that it will dry clear. So I'm going to let it dry and then we'll look at what else it needs. There, now my picture is almost completely dry. It's just barely damp and a few little spots aren't quite dry. And I like it, but I think it needs a little bit more pop. So I'm going to just add some black touches. This is just kind of scribbly on purpose. And I might do more of this later. I don't know yet. Like I said, I want to look at it for a while. I'm doing this kind of gingerly because it's not solidly dry. Now what I might do is outline some of the petals. I might add more color. I haven't decided yet, but this is kind of a start, and this gives you kind of a project that you can try, and why not? You can see it didn't go through to the other side. That's wonderful. Once it's really dry, I'll probably varnish it so that it won't be sticky, which I find acrylics tend to be kind of sticky. And anyway, there's an idea that you can play with. So I've used mixed media. I've used these cutout flowers. I've used watercolor. Which basically I covered right up, but I do know now that watercolor works on this paper. So I've used the cutout flowers, I've used acrylic paint, I've used a pen, I've used matte gel, and I've used more cutouts. So that's the project today. I hope you have gotten some ideas from this. I hope you've taken some ideas away from this and that you'll try something. Just don't be afraid to try. Like I said, I just winged it and I had no detailed plan, and I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. And I learned some things along the way too, like how the colors blend and match, and This is a little addendum to when I said it was finished before, because like I suggested, I put it up on my piano and stood back and had a good look at it and went, okay, we need something else here. So what I did was I went in and just with paint added these little more colors, because it seemed to be too monochrome. So I wanted to increase the contrast, and so I added more contrast in all the flowers, and I'm much happier with it. I also went into the leaves and put in a little bit more dense green, because I had done them with the gel crayons and I like the paint better because it covers better. So I used a couple of tones of that and just put in more green. And that's about it. So this is my finished piece. I am very happy with it now, and I hope you have some takeaway ideas from it, and that you'll give something like this a try. As you can tell, it didn't take very long to do, and sometimes it's really fun to work fast. So please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you can get the notifications. I have videos twice a week. And if you like this, please click the like button, and I'd love it if you'd leave a comment. It totally makes my day. And I'll see you next time.